Benjamin Netanyahu. Well, with me is Rana Rahimpour from BBC's Persian service. Extraordinary to see that welcome for the foreign minister when he came back to Tehran. Also, people really watching President Obama on Iranian state TV, even reported to be doing selfies in front of them because it was such a big occasion. How extraordinary is that?
It's a historic moment. Iran has been in this deadlock for about 12 years, and especially in the last few years after the latest sanctions on Iranian oil industry and the banking system. So the majority of people were feeling it, and they were desperate, and they were tired, and they just wanted this to be over. And the fact that it dragged on another 2 days after the deadline, you could feel the disappointment. We were receiving hundreds of messages on social media from people saying, is there any news? And then again and again we had to disappoint them and tell them that no, there has been no news. And then suddenly there was some opening and the press conference, which made many people happy, and we can see them on the streets.
Now, we heard the Israeli Prime Minister saying what this deal doesn't do. What does it do?
According to the US officials, it definitely curbs Iran's nuclear program, and it is putting it under intensive monitoring for at least 10 years, which means, and they are going to put in measures that make sure that Iran will be at least 1 year away from building a bomb. These are, of course, agreements at this stage. They are going to have to negotiate the details, and that's going to take a lot of time and energy, and they have until the end of June to agree on these details. But it really seems like a win-win deal, which Foreign Minister Zarif referred to before, and at the time it seemed unlikely. But when the statement was released yesterday, it looked that it was possible. It does look like a win-win deal for both sides.
We saw objections there from Israel. We know that the US Congress is not happy about this. Also, inside Iran, what about the hardliners who think this has been Iran giving too much away? What potential is there for that to throw a spanner in the works before June?
There will definitely be a lot of pressure on President Rouhani to sell this to his opponents in the country. But Iran, unlike America, Iran has a supreme leader who has the final say. So he is the ultimate decision maker, and he can, as soon as he puts his support over this deal, and President Rouhani, which he has done so far, then he will be able to relatively make the opposition silent in this matter. But it's not going to be an easy sell. It's going to be difficult already, although today is the weekend in Iran, and it's the end of a 2 weeks holiday for the new year, and the parliament is still closed. The newspapers haven't been published for 2 weeks. Tomorrow is the day that I think we're going to receive much more comments from the hardliners. But so far, a few have been given interviews to some news websites, and they are referring to Obama's comments about Iran's role in terrorism and other parts of sanctions that will remain. And they say this is not a good deal, but we haven't heard much of them yet.
Rana, thank you very much. Rana Rahimpour.